She should be coming on in a few minutes. Hopefully she sees this. Hello, everybody, again. Let me pin really quick who we are going live with. Hey, guys. Hi, hey, Jordan. So behind me, if you can kind of hear it, hopefully it's not overpowering, but this is actually Shalea singing a cover of Whitney Houston's song alongside David Foster, who she works very closely with. Hopefully you guys can kind of hear her, but she's been her voice has been the closest to Whitney Houston that I've heard ever since, the icon has sadly passed. But we are going to bring Shalea on in just a few minutes. She has a lot to tell us. She's been doing so much, but she's also already done so much in the industry. Let me bring her up. Shalea, Hey, Alush.
Hello.
Hold on. Let me take a deep breath right now, because if you don't know this, Shalea, I am one of your biggest fans. I've been following you for a few years now. So this is like a dream come true. And I don't say that about a lot of people I interview. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
You are so sweet and so beautiful. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. I know you have a busy night. I don't know if you're getting feedback on your end. Is it kind of scratchy on your end?
I'm not hearing anything. Do you want me to try to go in and come back in?
It might be mine, but I'll just roll with it. We'll roll with the punches.
Let's ask them if they hear it, because I'm not hearing anything. Are you guys hearing feedback?
You guys hear it? It might just be my phone.
Okay, yeah, I'm not hearing anything. It sounds beautiful and clear.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. For everybody that doesn't know Shalea, which is going to be a surprise to me, Shalea has worked alongside David Foster, who has been credited to discover and developing Michael Bublé, Josh Groban. You've also worked alongside Stevie Wonder, the legend, who everybody loves and knows. And I read somewhere that you are the prodigy of Quincy Jones. Is that correct? Oh,
that's what's been said.
And a little birdie, who is also my best friend, has also told me that you worked with the Avila brothers, which is insane.
Yes, I love my Bobby and my Izzy, the Avila brothers.
Yes.
I met them through Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and we were all at Flight Time as songwriters and producers and artists, and that's when I first met them, and I was on that record, the Avila brothers' first record.
Yeah, amazing. So you have had already such a long journey in the music industry, and I can't wait to hear your story, but it seems like you're actually just barely getting started, which it might just be another chapter in your book. But please tell us how you got started in music, and when was the first time you actually remember picking up a mic and being that passionate about singing?
I love what you said. I do feel like in a lot of ways I'm just getting started, and it's just been this beautiful love affair that I've had with music, which for me is very, very closely connected to my relationship with God. And so I told somebody today that time is nothing to God. And so people are looking at me and probably saying that, it seems like it has taken so long to get to this point or get to this place. And I'm like, time doesn't exist with God. And so I'm exactly where I need to be. And I'm not focusing on any landmarks or any benchmarks that I should be. So I would say my journey started very, very young. I grew up in a musical family. My mom sings. My dad is a great songwriter. And so music is all I know. And it was just in church. I was very shy at first. I just like to sing in the choir. I think I probably had my first solo maybe around 7 or 8. But of course, singing much, much younger, 2 years old, realizing 3 years old, I was, picking out songs on the piano, playing them for my little sisters. So yeah, I that was really where I got my start, really in the church.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember your first solo? Just like,
I think my first solo, I don't know if I remember it, but I think I was told at 2 years old, it was this song called Sweet Jesus. Oh sweet Jesus, what a wonder you are. You are brighter than the morning star. And so I guess my mom told me she had bought this new dress. She had somebody come and play this song for me. They're all ready with the camera going. I get the mic, I'm 2 years old, and I say, sweet. And I looked out, and that was it.
Well, you just recovered right now by singing that whole thing for me. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
At what point, I did just say you have worked with so many different icons and legends like Stevie Wonder. Do you remember a specific artist that you were working with and it just hit you like, whoa, I'm working with an icon, and it like kind of tripped you out?
Oh, that has happened so many times. I remember the very first time that I was asked to do a collaboration with Take Six, who are now my brothers, who really I consider, they really gave me my first kind of big break, because it was being on their album. I sang the song, Someone to Watch Over Me. That's how I met Stevie Wonder, because as most of you know, Take Six, Stevie is one of their biggest fans. And so when they had a new record out, of course, he listened to it. And so he heard me sing Someone to Watch Over Me and said, who's that girl? I would love to meet her. And so really, when I found out I was going to be singing with Take Six, who really had such a meaningful presence in my life growing up, I would listen to all of their records, from Take Six to Join the Band to, of course, my mind is going blank now, Band of Brothers. I mean, there's so many incredible, so much to say, so many incredible Take Six records, and they, I just love them so dearly. So I remember the first time I was like, I'm going to be on a Take Six album. That just blew my mind. Of course, Stevie Wonder, which led to later on that year, I performed Who Could Imagine a King with him at the Nokia Theater. It was the Nokia Theater back then. It's now, I think, Microsoft now in LA. Yeah. And I remember there was this moment that it was happening like live in real time. And I remember just this awareness that I am butt cheek to butt cheek with Stevie Wonder right now, because I was on the piano and I was kind of sitting like this,
right?
And he was kind of sitting straight. He was sitting straight. I think he was like at the Rhodes or something, and he was playing his harmonica. But we were literally like sitting parallel, butt cheek to butt cheek, and I was like, oh my God, this is really happening with Stevie Wonder, and of course we have now gone on to be such incredible friends. I consider really him a friend first above everything else. Of course, he's my mentor. He's been on both of my records. He was on my very first debut album, Love Fell on Me. He's playing harmonica on that. He was on my tribute to the Bergmans, Pretty World. He's playing harmonica on that as well. So he also was super, super influential in me. Got a call.
Busy woman.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, you're good now.
Okay. I apologize. I don't know what to do about that. But yeah, he's been more than a friend, more than a mentor. He's just pure light. So yeah, those are just a few moments where I was just like, is this really happening?
Right. And what a blessing it is to call someone who everybody would only dream of meeting, your friend, like David Foster. I mean, I am I'm Filipino, and David Foster to us is like the musical god, because he's discovered so many people. And before you came on, I was actually playing your performance with him, where you were covering a compilation of Whitney Houston songs. And not to go on a rant here, but I did watch an interview of you saying, "Oh, I can't be dared to be compared to Whitney Houston." But as I hear you, I'm like, there is no one who can do her justice except you. Like, no one. And it's crazy. Do you get that comparison a lot?
You know, it's something that I completely embrace, because they're really, just to be, spoken of in the same galaxy as her is such an honor. She's so special. There will never be another Whitney. And so when I sing her songs, it's with a heart full of love and respect and awe and honor. And so I don't, to be honest, people compare me, and I'm not offended by it, but I myself don't lead with any comparisons to anybody, because I feel like God has given us all such a unique gift within ourselves. And so there will only be, just like there will only be one Whitney, there will only be one Shalea, there will only be one Aretha and one Stevie, and, everybody, whoever's watching right now, there will only be one you. And so while it is something that I am so encouraged by, that people see that beautiful thing that they saw in her, they see it in me too, that's incredibly encouraging. I just want to encourage anyone who's out there listening right now, that nobody can do you like you, so you do you.
Amen. Amen. And on that note, did you ever reach a point in your career where you kind of second guessed yourself and doubted, is this something that I can do long term as an artist? You are a musician, you're so multi-talented, but did you ever hit that point where you questioned yourself?
I did.
What did you do to help yourself get out of it?
I kept singing. I kept doing what I know God put in me to do. And I will say that it was every response I would get, whether it would be at church, or if it was a show I had done, or a video I had posted, and people would literally tell me that, I got through a tough time because of your rendition of this song. I get DMs all the time, people telling me, you have no idea, I was on the brink of committing suicide, and I listened to your song, You Are Enough. Oh, and that helped me just hold on just a little bit longer. Oh God, I'm getting to
no, and you're preaching to me right now, because
but that's my why. That is my why. That is what keeps me going. That's why I do what I do. It's for those responses. It's that human connection from heart to heart. That's what keeps me going. There's nothing else that keeps me going but that awareness that that's the impact that my music is making.
That was probably me that DM'd you. I'm just kidding. Because again, a few years ago when you came out with that song, it might have been 2 years ago, not too long, but You Are Enough helped me out in the most trying time of my life, where I questioned almost everything. Not if I was supposed to be on this earth, but what am I doing with my life? Is the career that I'm trying to pursue for me and something that I can do? And that song I would play literally on a daily basis and meditate to it, and it helped me get through so much. I get the chills just sitting here talking to you and thinking about those things, but I just want to say thank you, and I freaking love you. Honestly, us having the tree behind us this way, and like, it just feels, the synergy's there. I feel like we're connected somehow.
I feel it too. I do too.
But I do want to know, there's Whitney Houston. There's a lot of other musical inspirations that I hear throughout your voice. But who is someone that you can actually say was your inspiration growing up and, as an artist?
Well, I've said it many times. Really quick, I want to give a shout out to my Shea babes who are sending me my yellow hearts. I love you guys so much. They know this about me. They know that I definitely grew up in a household where I was only able to listen to gospel music. So I had to do a lot of catch up later on all the R&B and the jazz and stuff.
Right.
So really who I consider who raised me was like the Winans, heavy on the Detroit. So it was the Winans. It was Vanessa Bell Armstrong. It was the Clark sisters. It was Aretha, so those were the commission also, Fred Hammond, Marvin Sapp, all those guys, Marvin Winans in particular, who my fans also know I have a very deep crush on Marvin Winans that will never go away. Even though I'm with someone who's amazing, he understands my love affair with Marvin Winans.
I see
so all those, exactly. So all of those artists, so many. I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm missing anybody, but like Yolanda Adams, those are all people that I just was immersed in. I listened to them over and over again. The Walter Hawkins and the Hawkins family. But I would like to say my very, very first, I call her my American Idol, was my mom, who is an amazing singer. As I mentioned earlier, my dad is a songwriter. And so I remember watching them, I would peek downstairs and I would watch them kind of work out a song on the piano, and she would sing it and he would say, no, do it like this. And, and I just remember thinking, wow, she's got this beautiful, beautiful voice. So I would say my number one inspiration will be my Marmee.
Oh my gosh, how awesome is that? To have your mom as your inspiration and motivation, I'm sure, in life.
Absolutely.
Which leads me, actually, you just finished the Clark sisters that it got released in April, correct?
That's right.
How was that for you? Being that you grew up listening to them and you played Dorinda? Oh my gosh. How was it?
It was a dream come true. It's one of those things where you have these dreams and you have these visions for yourself, and God just says, you know what? You haven't thought about this one. That is exactly what this role was. I didn't see it coming a million miles away, but suddenly it was there, and I worked my ass off. I worked really, really, really hard, to really bring, I know I shouldn't have said ass, I'm talking about a gospel film.
I saw you on Terrell's show.
But I did. I didn't work my butt off. I worked my ass off. There's a difference.
I agree, actually. I would agree. And I have followed you for a while. And I remember, I think you were filming at this time, but you would always go to bed at 3 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. You're like, we're at it again. Like, it is what it is. Amazing.
Absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Christine Swanson, who was the director of this film. And she was really the first one who said, Shalea, you can do this. I believe you can do this. They passed on me when I presented my first audition tape. But just another little message for you guys. It ain't over until it's over. So you just keep trying. So I got a acting coach, and she worked with me. While I was on tour with Dave Koz. I was doing 27 shows in 30 days, and I still made the time. I still found the opportunity to work hard and to prove to them that I am Dorinda. And so on my only day off in the tour, one of those 3 days that we had, I flew to Detroit, and I met Kiera Sheard, and I met Karen Clark Sheard, and she and I did that. Wasn't planned. We just met, and we found a piano, and I started playing Miracle, and Christine just on her cell phone taped it. And along with my new audition, she sent that along with it. And that was the thing that won them over.
Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, that is crazy for me because I kind of went through the same situation as an on-air host, etc. So I understand the feeling when you're first frustrated, but you're so determined that it doesn't matter. You keep knocking down the walls, and eventually you will get there. I totally agree with you. How was it playing alongside an actual? Wasn't she the daughter of one of the Clark sisters?
She was Karen's daughter, playing her mom.
And you guys sang all of it live, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, we did. That was so important to our director, Christine Swanson. She felt like that was the legacy of the Clark sisters. That's what they deserved. Because when you see them, you see their videos, whether they go live or, their shows, they sing on the drop of a dime. Like they'll be talking and then they'll go into a song. That's what they do. And so if you've seen the movie, you've seen us, we're around the piano and Twinkie is teaching us a new song. I'm sorry, there's no time for an overdub. You just got to start singing.
Right.
You got to be able to just be able to sing on the drop of a dime, off the cuff. And so I've said it before, and I'll say it again. That was almost another character in the film, was the fact that we were singing live, because that is just not done a lot, whether it be on television or film. You'll have the overdubs will come in, and a lot of times, even when the singers are talented singers, the production value, they just don't want to take a chance that the sound is going to be messed up, and so they'll just have a pre-recorded. But it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same with it when the moment when our mother is on her deathbed and we're in the hospital. It would not have felt the same if that was a pre-recorded vocal. We had to be in that moment in the hospital and start singing.
Ugh. I started bawling my eyes out. First of all, what was your favorite song to sing in that?
Oh man, there were so many. It changed. It would change. Sometimes it would be "You Brought the Sunshine" because it's just such a happy song. But I feel like the emotional song that kind of tugged at my heart was the funeral scene, and it was "Nothing to Lose." That was probably the one that got the most kind of emotional impact for me.
Can you give me a snippet, just a little bit?
Let's see. Oh Jesus, unhook the chains in my love, ease the pain. Jesus, unhook the chains in my love, ease the pain. He gave me nothing to lose and all to gain.
Oh my gosh, Shalaya. Thank you for that. In this pandemic, everything kind of obviously got twisted all around, upside down. How have you stayed motivated as an artist? Because I know I'm friends with a lot of artists, and they told me in the beginning, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? All of my shows and concerts are canceled. PR is like non-existent anymore. What did you do?
Everything happened right before the movie was going to come out. I remember the very last thing I did was a TV show with Dorinda Clark-Cole, the Dorinda show, and then I just remember everything was just getting canceled. All of our screenings. So I was supposed to go from Ohio, and I was supposed to go to, we were going to do the Potter's House. I was going to be one of the screenings, and then we were going to go to New York. And I remember just one by one, like they just kept getting canceled. And then one of them, at first they would say, okay, this one is still on, but this one got canceled, but this one is still happening. And, you know, so just that emotional roller coaster that we went through, and it was like, okay, the premiere is still on, and then by the time it got to, you know, April, everything was done. Yeah. Everything was done. And, you know, it was, you know, this was for some of us, it was our first movie. So we were so looking forward to being on that red carpet. And, you know, it's our first movie, the first time starring in a film. And it was all taken away. But of course, God knew that, you know, this pandemic, I do believe that it's the #1 TV movie in the country to this day, was because everybody was at home. They didn't have nothing to do.
Didn't you say Snoop Dogg watched and
Snoop was watching it. Taraji. Everybody was tweeting about it. Everybody was Instagramming about it. It was huge. But to kind of get back to your original question is that I think what I have found during this time, which has been, I think, so, to say hard is an understatement. You know, I think it has tested us in a way that we never thought we could be tested. But it has also challenged us and really created an opportunity to show ourselves how strong and resilient we really are. And so it's shown me that, yes, I can sing and I can play, but I can also do lighting. I can also do my hair, and I can do my makeup, and I can do a mix. I can be my own little mixer, and I can have my own show. A business all by my damn self, you know. And so I love that. I love that it's made me stronger. It's also made me realize that I have more gifts besides just singing. Like, I wrote my first monologue ever. You know, things that I don't think I would have done. And on a personal note, I found love. And to be honest, I didn't realize how fast I was moving until I stopped. And if under normal circumstances, all those situations, all of these, you know, opportunities for growth, I just don't think would happen. And so I choose to focus on that. Yes, it is hard. Yes, financially, this is the least amount that any of us have ever made in a year. I don't care who you are. It's like, or my mom is the same, the teacher. They're paying the teachers the same. So she's good. There's a few jobs that haven't been affected, but I would say most of us have been affected. By God's grace, I was prepared financially for this kind of a hit, but it's been hard. But I think you have to just focus on the blessings. You have to focus on the fact that your gift is priceless. That takes nothing for me to be able to set up my tripod and my camera and to be able to talk with you right now, and to share with you right now. That took nothing. Right. That took no team, no money, nothing, just for us to be able to do that. And so to me, this is what is showing that we can make it through anything, because we're pushing forward to be here and to be present and to share our light and our love and our experience with everybody. That's what it's about.
Ooh, amen. I should just end it here. Oh, no, I love this conversation and I want to keep it going. But, you know, you have done a few projects within the year. Do you have anything you're working on currently or you're prepping for before the end of the year that we should know about?
I have been so blessed, girl. I have been so blessed to continue working and continue creating. I actually have a movie that's going to come on, at least in California, PST, in 30 minutes at 8 o'clock PST. It's called Silent Night, A Song for the World. And literally, it's this beautiful film that tells the story of how this Christmas carol, Silent Night, was written. And so there's performances literally all around the world. So me and Catherine McPhee and Joss Stone and Kelly Clarkson are all performing this song in so many different ways. And it's that airs tonight. I'm also I have a new song that I'm working on, Grace, which I just performed. One of my first original songs that I've recorded in a really, really long time. I'm hoping to release it some point, top of 2021.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm squeezing every last drop out of 2020. I'm not letting up.
Someone in the comments said she's booked and busy. Like, yes, you are. You stay booked and busy throughout the pandemic till the end of the
God's
year.
grace.
Oh my gosh, blessings to you. Before I do let you leave, though, can you sing a song for us? It could be any song of your choice: Christmas, Whitney Houston.
Well, how about this? How about they put in the comments some songs?
Yes.
And I'll do like maybe a little bit. And if they have some questions too, I mean, I'm not in any rush. So if you wanted to ask a few more things, or if you wanted to get some questions from the fans, we could do that too.
Do you guys have any? Oh, one Colombiana just asked, where can we watch Silent Night in Florida? Is there a way to stream that?
You know what, my love, it might have already come on in Florida because I know it was 8 p.m. in New York as well. I am hearing, though, there will be an encore presentation, so I will definitely let you guys know when it airs. But yeah, it aired on the CW nationally at 8 p.m. So you might have missed it if you were in Florida. Sorry.
And Detroit, someone also asked.
Yeah.
So hopefully they stream it online somehow.
Yeah.
Someone asked, what was your inspiration behind You Are Enough, which I am also curious of.
Oh, that's such a good question. You know, You Are Enough is such a special song for me. I kind of coined the term song formation, which is an affirmation set to music. And I think I wrote the song in January of 2020, not knowing that a pandemic was going to happen in a few short months. Had no idea, but God had actually put that idea in my heart and mind in 2019. It was around September, October of 2019, that fall. And I remember I wrote in my notes and I put some of those lines that actually ended up being in the song. And one day I was just hanging out with one of my friends, a beautiful soul and friend of mine, Steve Octave, an incredible producer and musician. And we were just hanging out and it's like God just brought that idea that I had back to me. And I think sometimes it's like he puts things in us and we don't realize that it's going to be needed later on. So I recorded it in February, right before everything was going crazy. And I released it in May, Mental Health Awareness Month. And it just ended up being this beautiful global response. I was getting covers from literally around the world. People who were playing this song saying it was their ringtone. It was what they woke up to. They didn't start their day without this song, and so I believe that God directly inspired me to do it. It was something that I felt we all need to hear at some point. I don't care how confident you are. At some point, you're gonna feel like you're not enough. And you question that. And so to me, it was an opportunity for people to kind of speak or sing over themselves, speak over or sing over their own lives, and be able to tell themselves, I am enough. I have everything I need to succeed. It's already in me. And I feel like all of us will need that and will continue to need that at some point in our lives.
Amen. So it's a classic. It's going to be in my playlist forever. I do want to ask a few more questions from your audience, because they're probably a majority of your audience. What is your biggest personal takeaway from getting to know and portraying Dorinda?
That's such a good question. What's my personal takeaway? There's so many, and I don't know if if they're asking from Dorinda's perspective or collectively, I'll try to briefly touch on both. Dorinda is very much like myself. There's so many sides to us. You know, she's a beautiful woman of God. She's loving, but she also don't play. She don't play. She's fiercely loyal to her mother, to her sisters. She loves what she does. There's so many connections that I feel to her. But what I also walked away from playing her is that family is the most important thing to her. And I think to all of the sisters, that was, as you can see in the film, that was something that their mother emphasized, is stick together, you know, always stick together. And here we are decades later since she's passed, and they are still here. They're still making music. They're still on the cutting edge, you know. There's still people that, you know, younger artists are looking at them as the standard, and okay, I want to sound like this. I want it to look like this. I want it to be like this. Their production levels are still on a high level and high standard. So to me, I look at their mother's legacy and her dream for them, and they're living it. And so to me, that is just so inspiring for me to continue to never give up. You know, even another little thing that I would like to point out, as you saw in the movie, you know, they got nominated for a Grammy in the 80s. They didn't win their first Grammy, and they got 3 in one night in the 2000s. Wow. In the 2000s. And so they don't make music for Grammys. They don't make music for the applause and for the accolades and the fame and all that. They make music because God put it in them. Their mother instilled that work ethic in them, and that is why they are the Clark sisters and who they are today.
Ooh, I hope they're listening, because you just spoke for them. That's so beautiful. Let's see. Can you sing a little bit of Grace?
Oh, Grace! Oh my goodness. Can I? I mean, it's so new. I've only sung it a few times. Can I get a little grace? Oh. Can I get a little empathy? Can we come back to the light and leave darkness behind? I just need a little hope. I'm not asking for your sympathy. You can't wait for things to change and still be the same. I just need a little grace. Can I get a little grace? 'Cause I just need a little grace. Some grace.
God.
It's still really new for me too.
It's so beautiful. You know what's even more beautiful? You look beautiful singing, which is rare. Like, a lot of people don't look. You're smiling, you're glowing. It's like you're just perfect. I can't.
You're so
Does
sweet.
Your boyfriend
Thank you.
does he ever get tired of you singing? Because I could never. Like,
Oh.
sing all day. I sing all day.
I actually don't sing a lot in my personal time. Like I'm not the kind of person who's walking around singing all the time. I sing when I'm asked to sing. Right. I do a lot more listening than singing, to be honest.
Interesting. That is interesting. Let me take a few more questions. You kind of answered this, but maybe what's been your motivation to continue writing songs during the pandemic?
You know, it's knowing that it's going to get people through a tough time, or not even just that, just give you light or love or excitement or joy. You know, to me, that's what I want my music to do, is to be able to make a difference in your life, to make you think, even sometimes to make you sad, because sometimes we need to cry it out. Sometimes we need to feel it so we can get over it. So, yeah, I just want you to feel something, and so that's what inspires me.
Wow. So, well, short and sweet. Matthew Williams asked, who was the first famous person you collaborated with?
was the first, but it's an interesting one. I actually sang backgrounds on Usher's record, Papers.
Wow.
And I had one little part. It was just, ready, 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 ready.
Did you get credited on that?
I think I did, and I was so upset about that.
I would be, shoot.
So yeah, I did that with Usher, and I also on Usher he had another because at the time he was like the biggest artist in the world, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis had written a few songs on that huge record that he had, and so he did a kind of like a what are they called? It was like a long extended video that he did. What was the song? Caught Up, I'm so caught up. So remember, I don't know if you guys remember this. Some of you might be a little too young, but he had this little mini movie that was associated with the song Caught Up. Mm-hmm. And so I do remember I played a little piano on that too. So I adore Usher, and he has always been so kind to me and so sweet to me. Every time I see him, it's always love. He's always like, always pouring so much into me. I remember he heard Love Fell on Me years before it was on Jumping the Broom. And he was like, that's a really, really good song. That's a really good song. And he was singing it too. I remember him singing it. I can fall, baby. I remember him singing that part. Because he's such a singer too. I love singing, and he just had this pure love for it. So that's a little trivia that I don't even know if my Shea babes know that. I don't know if I've shared that before. So yeah, I did a few little things with Usher. I think maybe I did one, and on one late night live, I might have told them that. I don't know.
That's so awesome. It's even more awesome that people don't know about it because you just. Breaking news.
Exactly.
Now everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go listen to that song after this interview, which is interesting. Just because of you, Shalea. Do you want to take a couple of, a little more questions, or are you ready to take some song requests?
Okay, let's do a few song requests.
Okay. I have one that says, well, she's been saying, Love Fell on Me. AJ Wright Mental.
Oh, that's my girl. Okay, let's see. I'm scared and while I'm happy, I miss you before you leave. You wouldn't recognize me now. You see, I question where you're going. Can you hear a song without crying? I didn't fall, babe. Love fell on me.
Wow.
I think that's the wrong key. That's why it was a little low for me, but yeah.
Sounded beautiful either way. Ever Changing Times by Aretha Franklin.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't know that one either.
Let me see another Aretha song. Though you don't call me anymore, I sit and wait. I'll get sun up on your door, tap on your window, babe. Wanna tell you, baby, changes I've been going through, missing you. Till you come back to me, that's what I'm gonna do. I love Stevie Wonder wrote that song.
Oh, interesting. Twinkle Twinkle from Stevie. Or there's a lot of requests for, what did it go? Mariah Carey, My All. Whatever you would like to sing.
Mariah Carey, I don't know if I remember all the lyrics. I just know vowel sounds, so I'm sorry. I give my all to hell. Just one more night with you. I risk my all to hell. I'm sorry. Your body next to mine. Just I can't go on. tonight, something tonight. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics.
Girl, that was beautiful. You didn't need to know the lyrics. And would you like to do one more song before we say our goodbyes and cheers?
Okay, one more. Make it good. Make it a good one, guys.
Do you guys want to get in the DMs? Give me some requests. I have Saving All My Love a few times.
Okay.
More of Grace. You Are Enough by Shalea. So your own song.
Oh.
I'll Never Let You Go by Shalea.
Oh, they're doing all my songs.
Yeah, I think
I'll never let you go. If you listen to my heart, you lyrics softly singing. I'll never let you go. You are enough. You are enough. You have everything that you need to succeed. Now you say, I am enough. I have everything that I need to succeed. It's already in you. So make your dreams come true. It's true. It's already in you. So make your dreams come true. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shalea. Thank you. I'll be tuning in to Silent Night on the CW at 8 p.m. If you are in LA, I hope you can watch with me. Let's all have a watch party and support our beautiful, intelligent girl, Shalea. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Oh, and thank you. You are so beautiful on the outside, and I can just feel your beautiful spirit on the inside. So thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I felt so at ease, and you have a beautiful way about you. So I want you to know that you have something special as well. And anytime you're doubting yourself about what your dreams are, to continue to talk with people, you have a beautiful way of connecting with people. And so I hope you continue to do that.
Thank you so much. Let me go cry. That was so awesome. Thank you so much, Shalea. I love you, and I'll connect with you after this. Thank you.
Take care, you guys. I love you, my shade babes. I love you. Go watch Silent Night.
8 p.m. CW.